And you probably know a lot more about Austria.
Yeah, and I feel like Austria has really brought a lot of developmental players who do have international experience, because it's easy to get in Europe, let's be real, but who do not have the chance to go for the national team. I have, unfortunately, as someone who has played for the Dutch team, played last Nations Cup Austria 3 times, so I do recognize quite a few. I think it really depends on what Hong Kong's tactic will be. For Austria, I know for especially their beater game is great.
I did notice that. I was reffing their game this morning, and their beater game was on point. I think that if they can start connecting their passes on the chaser end, they're going to do great.
Yeah, and I think it also really depends. You have a different level of teams who have played together. I know the Belgian team has trained almost every weekend leading up to the tournament for 4 months or something.
Yeah, whereas Hong Kong, I see players have traveled from all over. I know there's 2 Canadians and at least 1 American player on the roster. Although I will say the 1 Canadian player, she's probably the best in Canada, so number 7 is the one to watch.
I already have heard just now some crazy stories about her. Keep your eyes on her.
About, pardon? Oh, keep your eyes on her. Yeah, definitely do. And
you made me excited.
I mean, I'm excited to watch her. She's full of energy.
And I saw a bit of Hong Kong against the French developmental team. And I know they also trained a lot together, and Hong Kong was doing quite well. I do not know the end score for that, so don't quote me on it, but it looked close.
Oh, that's good to know. I don't know exactly what the score was either, but I'm excited to see who they've brought and what they're doing, because I think that this roster could be as good or better than the roster they brought to World Cup in the U.S. this summer, because it's a lot harder to get players out into the U.S. than it is into Europe for a team like Hong Kong.
We're slightly less strict. Slightly.
Yeah.
I am reliving the nightmares of the visa for Vietnam last year, right now.
Yeah, I do remember that there was a lot going on for Team Hong Kong at World Cup, so hopefully they have their whole roster here.
And the thing is, for teams that haven't trained together a lot, I'm excited to see their growth within the tournament.
Oh,
because
definitely.
Usually, after a couple of games, you see it click.
And are both of these teams on their second game of the day, I believe?
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll have to see if they've changed it all.
Quadball Nations Cup, Austria versus Hong Kong. Hong Kong, you will be white. Austria, you will be blue.
We also have a Canadian head reffing, Austin Wallace.
bit of nationalistic pride for you.
Yeah, team ref.
You're at your first team ref. I would also like to remind everyone, just before it brooms up, to like and subscribe to the channel. Shots On will bring you amazing quadball coverage this entire weekend and any other tournament. It's time for Brooms Up.
And Hong Kong starts out with the quad ball, and looks like Austria gets dodgeball control.
But that was beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful goal by Hong Kong.
And I'd love to see, like, from the Asian teams, because usually they're not as tall as us Europeans. We have to grow tall to survive here, I guess. The jumps.
Yes.
Their verticals are insane.
It's true. Yeah, and it looks like they don't have a ton of height, but I don't have any doubt they'll be able to guard that middle hoop. That was a very interesting tactic by Hong Kong, resting behind the hoops rather than guarding the hoops themselves, waiting for that pass back rather than blocking that shot. And it worked. They got quad ball possession back and dodgeball control.
Yeah, and I think Hong Kong clearly has watched back old live streams from European teams.
Yeah.
Because this is Austria specific.
Yeah, interesting. That makes sense to me.
But also they have the wonderful Fraser Cosford at Hong Kong.
Oh, yes.
Who is very, very aware of all European strategies.
That makes sense.
Oh, that's...
Oh,
yeah,
good try at a shot by Mike Lee there.
Yeah, but also that seems like a head injury.
Oh, no, I did not. Can't see quite past all the players.
It's either head or face. Yeah, that's the only downside on having wooden bases.
Yeah, the wooden bases, they don't fall over as easily, but it's a lot easier to get hit in the face or the body on a big chunk of wood.
The player seems all right. They're
Yeah.
going to get checked by the medics. We're going to give you an update on that. Number 17 from Hong Kong. Don't worry for the home base. She's walking. She's
Yes.
thriving.
And I see Austria has dodgeball control back as well as possession of that quad ball.
It's very funny to see a very tall beater. You don't see those often.
Yeah, not as often, but I will say that beater was crushing it in their first game.
And it's napalm time, but Hong Kong is dealing exquisitely with it.
Hong Kong's doing great, and I thought they were doing a very good job at being slow because they realized that Austria did have 2 dodgeballs.
And 44 by Hong Kong was unfortunately not making an entirely legal play. But, what
And
a goal.
I think that was a beautiful goal right before that beat. They perfectly timed that.
It was also, that was a very hard shot.
Yeah.
And very fast.
Yeah, very fast, very strong. So far, lots of good stuff. I think that the chasing game from Hong Kong is phenomenal and that the beating game from Austria is good. So we'll have to see who comes out on top, beaters or chasers.
I'm also very impressed by the Hong Kong beaters though.
Yeah.
They're adapting during the game. And that is the mark of a good beater couple.
That's true. Beautiful steal from Hong Kong there. I think they can't tell who knocked that out of bounds, so we'll have to see who's inbounding.
And it's also, the quaffle is underneath. Yes.
Yes, so Austria is inbounding. Unfortunately, Hong Kong did knock the quad ball out of bounds.
Unfortunate, so biased, so biased. No, that's fine.
I will count to 5 and warning contact from behind on.
I also love the Austria socks.
Everybody
That there's a
remap.
flag for the socks.
Oh yeah, I didn't notice.
1, 2.
But that's
Great touch, especially because the entire team did it.
yeah, and then Hong Kong has all red, so it's a lot of red socks on pitch right now.
You must run here. You may not run.
The whistles are not loud enough, I think. The players keep playing after that whistle. It's hard to hear.
It's difficult because of the acoustics, because we're in a valley. So
Yeah.
it's hard to hear where the whistle is coming from. This is also a great pitch for all referees to buy a Fox 40. Please.
Okay, yep, I
Yeah,
will
nice
whistle
and
mark.
loud.
Yes.
We want loud
Whistle,
Fox
whistle.
40 whistles.
And we're now back live.
All right, so we've got Hong Kong carrying the quad ball up while Austria maintains dodgeball control.
I'm looking at Austria defense. They're playing classic 2-2.
And they've got a lot of height at their hoops, so it's going to be hard to make those shots. Beautiful pass across the
And
field.
look at that vertical, going for the drive.
Oh, so many jukes by Mike Lee. One of the players I've gotten the chance to play with, and he's just so good.
Yeah, but also just how he sees the hoop freeing up.
Yeah.
Great reflexes.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to go for that tall hoop and changed his mind. All right, now we've got Austria carrying the quad ball up, and they managed to get dodgeball control back. Hong Kong was only able to get that for a few seconds there.
Austria looking to set up a slow offense, looking to deal with the Hong Kong defense, which is also 2-2, I believe.
Yeah, it looks like maybe a modified 2-2 where they're playing a little bit further from the hoops than most people do in a 2-2. The beaters are also helping them out a lot more. Oh, it looks like it's going to be a fast break opportunity, but didn't quite take advantage of it.
Now, it's hard because Austria has control and one bludger back at the hoops.
Yeah.
Makes it difficult.
Inbounds is fine.
They were a little quick on the draw there before they made that
No
decision.
slower, no slower.
And it's also, I think the beaters for Hong Kong have just swapped out.
Yes.
So it's difficult because you believe that your beaters can, of course, make the run for it. But if they're tired.
Yes, and so 99 actually lives in Canada and plays on my team back in Canada, so
Exciting to
recognize
see
that
her play.
beater. Yeah, what a bludger block.
I love it when people do that. We have
I
one
know.
Dutch national team beater, Wouter, who does it quite often.
That was an amazing shot.
Cross break.
Running in on 2 dodgeballs and still manages to score.
That's confidence.
Yeah, and just knowing exactly when to shoot that quad ball.
1 minute starts now.
Timeout by Austria.
So,
Feelings?
what's the score right now? Yeah, I think that this is gonna. So right now the score is 40-0 for Hong Kong, and I think that it really is the chasers knowing exactly how to deal with Austria having dodgeball control.
I feel like we need to give the beaters some credit. They're really doing a lot of legwork. They're running a lot.
They are running so much, and they're doing when they haven't had dodgeball control a lot, but they've had one dodgeball and they've made it work every single time, taking out multiple players on defense.
Yeah, and it's just great synergy between the Hong Kong beaters, where the beater without a bludger or without dodgeball is very good in covering off the dodgeball that goes for the defensive bludger.
Yes, they've maintained that dodgeball and know exactly when is the right time to use it.
You can hear you're so much more used to the new ball names. Here
Yeah.
in Europe, we're stuck in our olden ways.
It's okay. In Canada, we haven't actually changed, but I have commentated a little bit in US quadball. So
They're so good at it, but they call it the quadball and not the volleyball.
yes, they do call it a quadball, not a volleyball. I have been indeed calling it a quadball this whole time. My apology.
No, there's no need to apologize, but that's the fun part about having non-European teams here.
It's true. So for those who don't know, the volleyball that they're passing and trying to score with can sometimes be called the volleyball, sometimes called the quadball, and sometimes called the quaffle. Whereas the dodgeballs can be called dodgeballs or bludgers, depending on where you are in the world.
And also, Europeans, we speak a lot of different languages. Oh, that was close.
That was a really close shot by Austria.
In Dutch, it is slurk.
Oh boy. Yeah, my favorite was, I believe, Norway. It's 𝙊𝙐𝘼𝘼𝙊𝙉.
Yeah, but that's for quadball in general. It's
Yes,
𝙊𝙐𝘼𝘼𝘼.
that's my favorite. I got a jersey just so that I could say that.
I played for Bergen at a fantasy tournament once. I have a sweater indeed with a very big 𝙊𝙼𝘼𝘼𝘼.
That's awesome. Oh, missed pass by Hong Kong, but almost got it. Oh, and they managed to get it.
Yeah, it was a bit of a comedy of errors there from Austria, but they recovered nicely. That was a pass after beat.
Yeah, that was for sure a pass after beat. Hopefully it's just a turnover and not a... no, it was just a turnover, not a card, so that's good.
You don't card for pass after beats. At least we don't usually do in
Unless
Europe.
you really affect the play.
Or if you're mean about it.
Yeah.
Ah.
And so really good beat by Hong Kong. Looks like they stopped that. Oh my goodness, amazing stop by Mike Lee.
A really intense defensive player, and I love to see it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of defensive players are very static. He goes for that ball. He's really on the hunt.
Yeah, and he knows when is the right time to jump in the air and stop that. Well, it looks like Austria is inbounding from the end zone.
Yeah, but look at the positioning of Hong Kong, look at the positioning of Austria.
Yeah, they're going to have to make a very long pass to reset it. And it looks like they managed to succeed.
I mean, don't count them out completely. I think they're just having a difficult time dealing with this defense.
Oh no, I think that if they manage to come together and figure out how to counteract that defense, it will work out for them. Also, their shots have been just a few inches away like 6 times. If they can get that in the hoop, they're going to score every time.
I have to admit, as European teams love our shots, but it's sometimes you need to know when to push it through the hoop.
Yeah.
And I think Austria
And
is...
I thought that was going to go in. What a great defense by Hong Kong.
They're all
my
so
goodness.
dynamic. They're all... I feel like it's a combination of zone and man marking almost.
Yeah, it's a very, very, very active zone. Wow, and even managing to maintain possession when that keeper just really wanted to stop that press and throw it as far as he could. That's how fast they are.
It's just nice to see people running for it even though the chances aren't high.
Yeah.
And the beater is there again.
Yeah, great beating by Hong Kong too. And they have a fast break ready to go all the way through.
Go Fraser!
And very close. He's got to pass that off to someone.
Nah.
I know sometimes it's hard when you have a build that you just want to drive through everyone, but I've seen Austria can make those tackles, make those hits against a player of any build.
Austria is, especially in defense, their tackles are...
Yeah, defensive team for sure. And now I want to see them pick it up on offense, make those shots, make those dunks, and they're...
I think the difficulty for some of the developing teams that Europe plays a pass-heavy game.
Yes.
That leaves a lot of room for error. And again, if you look at drives, technically they're more easy, but they can be hard, especially if you don't have the physicality for it.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that sometimes passing into the sun even can just make a huge difference there. But I have noticed a lot of their passing is not connecting. It's kind of like that, where it leaves their players picking up the ball in time for the defense to set up on Hong Kong.
But also, I don't think they're used to play against such an aggressive defense.
That's true. I don't see many defenses this aggressive in any of the countries that I've played in.
No, I'm quite surprised by it, but I'm also, Hong Kong has quite a big roster, so I think you can move around. They are subbing out a lot.
12, make sure you only have one.
They are.
A little bit green.
Really looking for
Next play. Keep playing.
fast, aggressive play, and I love to see it.
Yeah, and they have the speed to make it work. So they're ready to give 100%.
The speed, the technique.
Yeah. For the most part, their passes are connecting. And let's see, Austria's got a big drive here. Oh, and it looks like they slowed down.
But even if they don't have the technique, they always will still go for the ball. So
yeah, they're always the first one to the ball, regardless of where it is.
like Austria sometimes hesitates a little bit,
Yes.
which they shouldn't. Just go for it.
And I think that's kind of the development players that you see will sometimes be a little bit more unsure of themselves, and hopefully by the end of this tournament they have that confidence and they're not hesitating.
Like Austria is.
Are you volunteering? Yeah. Just a quick question from my coach, wanting to make sure that I was where I needed to be.
You are.
I am. I'm here to commentate.
White ball.
So a
Great
great
fight for the
defensive
boundary.
play, fight pushing into the boundary, and now it's going to be white ball.
Everyone here? No call on the play. White ball.
I really like listening to them all talk to the refs.
You may not tackle or push until he is fully in bounds. You have 5 minutes. Yeah, here, let me fix it.
5 minutes.
5 minutes. 5
5
full
minutes to
minutes.
inbound.
That's going to be a long time to inbound. Hopefully he meant seconds.
You have 5 seconds. 5.
He did.
He did. He overheard us.
He heard our critiques.
Yes. He hears that a lot from me.
There he
And
goes.
there, this time he made that pass and scored. Scored by number 12, Charles Chang.
Excellent pronunciation. I'm sure the comments will correct you if you butcher a name too much.
I'm sure it's hard. I see few variations that are only one letter different, and I'm not 100% sure how to pronounce the differences.
The luck is there's not a lot of X's because I know those are in like Mandarin.
Yes, there's not a lot of X's, but I do see Chang, and Chung.
Yeah, we're just gonna do numbers.
Yeah.
Number 17 from Austria looking for it, but walking into that number 7.
Yeah, number 7 is a great defensive player, big tackle, and Hong Kong's even fighting each other to pick up those rebounds, and that's what you need to see at this high level of play, is you play until that whistle, you're hopping on every ball that's on the ground, and that's what Hong Kong's doing well.
And I love to see it because sometimes, especially for development teams, you see people indeed hesitating to go for it. Or being like, that was a goal, right, and then the other team scoring.
Yeah, and I actually think that a lot of these Hong Kong players did play at World Cup, whether for Hong Kong or another team. Like Joanne was on Team Canada at World Cup, and so I think that they maybe have a little bit more experience at this high level than this Austria development team.
I don't know if I agree with that because I do recognize a lot of players. And I think Austria has some experience, but I think I might just be the practice together that is lacking.
Like Austria not practicing together?
Yes.
That makes sense. I guess they have experience within Europe, but maybe not as much on the national level.
Yes.
Playing for their national team, or just a little different.
Oh, great beat there.
And it looks like Austria almost started to dive and then realized that there was a dodgeball back.
In the capable hands of the Hong Kong beaters, I would indeed be very afraid of one dodgeball.
So number 8 on Austria Austria carrying up the ball with help from their beater.
Looking for that stop, and they're going for the napalm.
Otherwise known as the North America.
So close.
Oh, and Austria managed to put it. I'm not sure if it's past that to start. So that's something that I see a lot in the development players is if number 98 can get that ball off quickly, they did have a second.
It's also her positioning. She should have been one step more behind the hoop because now she had to do a corner, which is harder.
Yes, not quite in the sweet spot, but very close. And yet another goal by 𝙌𝙐𝘼𝘿𝘽.
We need to see because there is maybe fall, but honestly, don't call it. It was too beautiful to not.
Yeah, it was so beautiful. Scoring through two players guarding one hoop. I don't know. I could never do that.
You could.
Well, I'm beating this tournament, so it makes it harder.
I mean, you still could. I think you will gain a lot of cards for it, but maybe last game.
Yeah, last game of the day. Maybe I'll try it out. So
Your last game of the tournament. You're in the finals.
Oh, yes.
I believe. I'm going to say to every player here that they will make the finals.
You know, that's a good way to look at it. At least you'll be right for at least two teams.
I should. Unless they don't come and commentate, then I have a problem.
Yeah, that's true. Then maybe you'll be wrong for all of them. And the score hasn't changed very much. The current score is 50 for Hong Kong and 0 for Austria. So Austria is not out of the game yet because catching the flag runner is worth 30 points.
Yeah, and I think the score doesn't reflect how many options they had to score. They just they have so many options with the chances and stuff like that, but they just couldn't finish it.
It's true, and I think that might be true for both teams, actually. I think that both teams could have a much higher score. They just need to really finish that ball through the hoop.
If it wasn't for those meddling beaters.
Yeah, those meddling beaters, always in the way.
So this great European tradition of debate ball is a great reminder to like and subscribe to the channel for us bringing you some awesome quad ball this weekend.
Yes, always like and subscribe. That's what helps us be successful.
Ring the bell, smash the subscribe button.
Everybody remember.
All right, and looks like Austria gets control of that ball, so I think that goal was good, making the score 60 for Hong Kong.
Honestly, at this point, I don't know. It's 2-1.
Yep, and we've got Austria carrying the ball up, protected by a dodgeball, and they're looking to gain control back because I think that's when Austria is the most successful, and they succeeded in getting control back, while number 25 on Austria is able to keep it slow, waiting for them to get there.
Keeper back, but also just kind of looking for what are we doing. We're going napalm again.
Yep, Austria seems to really like that napalm. And I do see a hand up from an AR, so we'll have to see what the call is.
Yeah, I think that contact from the beater might be a bit sketchy.
It did look a little bit high, possibly neck contact.
Maybe contact from behind, who knows?
Hard to say. From what I can tell from the ref's hand motions, it does look like neck contact to me.
Also, yeah.
And so it is going to be a card for that beater.
I was so confused about the color of that headband, but this player has a green streak in their hair.
Yes, and then a black headband on. I also was confused about the color of the headband. Turns out their hair is the same color as a keeper headband.
I think this should be in the rulebook.
No colored hair. Oh, so many players wouldn't be allowed to play that.
No, just no green.
What about white or black?
Also no. Page hair. Dye your hair.
Dye your hair. If it's naturally black or white, that sucks.
All quadball players should have dyed their hair pink.
I agree. I've had pink hair a lot. It's great.
I've had it as well. It's so high maintenance though.
It is. And Hong Kong made another nice hard shot, but didn't quite succeed. Austria going up, but didn't see that beater on the side, so Hong Kong was able to get possession back.
And now Hong Kong is looking for the fast break.
Yeah, looking for the fast break, but also, and they were able to still maintain possession of it. There's still none, but it looks like they're really struggling. Great defense by Austria.
But also, that might be beat before.
That might be beat before. I'm not 100% sure. I am impressed with how long Austria managed to hold them off, but Austria really needs to pick up those rebounds. They need to dive on it like Hong Kong is.
It's also Austria's defensive game really good. It's just finish those goals, stop going for the shots, push them through.
Yeah, I think that we would see a very different game if Austria was not such a strong defensive team. The score would be much higher for Hong Kong, and so they're doing so good right now.
And the seekers are starting to get ready.
Yes, I do see one seeker ready in the box, and I see one seeker ready in their sub area.
So for Austria it will be Florian Wagner, very well-known player, very much loved by everyone.
And I'm not sure who it's going to be from Hong Kong. Possibly Chris Lau.
Which I know because they did the communication for the Hong Kong team to the committee.
Oh, perfect.
Very, very polite person.
That's good. We love a polite communicator with the committee.
Exactly.
It's never fun to organize a tournament and have people mad at you. And we see Austria driving, but Hong Kong really able to maintain a defense and stopping their goal once again.
I'm just really... This defense I have just never seen before executed like this.
Yeah, it's so unique. And it plays to their strengths well. They don't have a ton of size to them, but they've got the speed and that tenacity.
I'm super impressed by the athleticism of the Hong Kong team.
Yes, me too. They seem to have energy for days.
It is insane. I get tired just looking at it.
I know.
Unfortunately, no goal. But they're still looking for it. They're still hunting.
Yeah, they're still ready. They never give up. It looks like there might be a call on the play. I do see another person with a James Yam also has a secret headband on, so we'll have to see who Hong Kong puts out first.
They're getting ready. They're getting excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, back tips.
Not sure which one's going to start, but they're both ready just in case.
Yeah, either
Stoppage really wasn't for a lot, I believe.
You're off room.
I don't see any changes.
No, me neither. Maybe it's a possible call.
18 minutes 40, prepare a seeker.
So game time is 18:40, which means the flag runner will be released in just under 20 seconds now. And then the seekers will be released 1 minute after that.
Yeah, and it will be James, 22,
Yes.
seeking for Hong Kong. I think, yes, Florian will be
looks
the
like
one to
it.
start
We'll
for
have
Austria.
we'll have to see how this goes because Austria really has maintained dodgeball control this entire time.
But they do need a dodgeball on offense.
They will need a dodgeball on offense because they really need to get some points on the board before their
Stop the flame.
seeker goes out to try to catch.
All right, everybody remount.
It's also just looking at the aggression by Hong Kong, it's difficult to deal with.
It is. It's hard to play such a team with so much tenacity that just never gives up.
But also love to see it, aggressive team, but clean contact.
That's true. There have not been very many calls in this game in general, so great job from both teams for playing a really clean game. And we've got ball carrier Joanne Lam carrying the ball up. She's ready to make a very long pass. That works out, connects to Fraser.
Just
I'm not
impressed
mistaken.
on the arm on that number 7.
Yeah, especially for such a small person. She's got so much strength.
But also, she has great view over the field, as in she knows where all the other players are.
Yes. That's why she plays so well at the top and was able to connect a pass that I did not expect to connect all the way to Mike Lee.
And the seekers are released. Hong Kong is on the flag.
Whereas Austria looks like they're helping out their quad ball game a little bit more.
I get it.
I get it. They have to. They're just really going to hope that this flag runner is good enough that Hong Kong isn't able to catch. But we've got some really good seekers at Nations Cup, so I'm feeling for these flag runners. They've got their work cut out for them.
Yeah, I do have to say we also have some great flag runners. I've seen some great running already this day.
Oh, for sure. I don't envy them. I would never want to do that job against these seekers.
Just in general, I'm too lazy. I've done it a couple of times and no.
I like doing it for kids quad ball.
Oh, it's so funny.
Yeah, it's a lot less contact, a lot more sprinting away from them.
And also like when it's going down for you, you're just like, no.
Do you have any
Yeah.
knowledge of whether this player is on?
And so it looks like Austria has the quad ball in their end zone. So hopefully they can put some points on the board.
You also called that a different name. We just call it keeper zone.
Well, I think for me, I call it the end zone when they're completely out of bounds.
That's fair.
And they're going in a fast break, knowing that Hong Kong's beaters are on that flag runner, but then they were not, and they still managed to get beat. Maybe?
Yeah, but also the Hong Kong beaters can be on a flag runner. They can also be in a split second.
Yes, they're just so fast, switching between both positions. Seems
There's so much happening, guys.
I know, and people yelling things at the refs.
The intensity is high, but also the seekers are really looking to catch that flag.
Yeah, and what I'm noticing from Hong Kong's beaters is that on defense, they are playing on the quad ball, and on offense, they're trying to help out their seekers. So their seeker is not going in.
Great catch by Florian
Great
Wagner.
catch by Austria. That looked like a clean catch from my angle, but we'll have to find out what the refs think.
It was clean. That's it.
Well, we don't know if there was a foul somewhere else on pitch.
No, I hate when that happens.
Me too. It's so much less exciting when it's because of something else happening, or like gender rule, or... Catch was good by Austria.
Angry German sounds will be heard. Or passionate German sounds.
So the set score is 90 points because the flag was caught by the team that was behind in quad ball points. And so we'll have to see who can get up, whether Austria can score 6 goals before Hong Kong can score 3. And we see some good defense by Hong Kong on the chaser and the beater game, and they managed to get that quad ball back.
But also, what I'd love to see from the Hong Kong beaters is the low beats on the feet.
Yes.
Those are hard.
So much harder to block, so much harder to dodge, especially as a chaser.
But also hard to execute.
Yeah, it's true, because you have the chance that it goes just a little too far in front and hits the ground.
Going for that fast break, but they're...
Austria with the fast break, and they put their first quad ball point of the game on the board. So the score is now 40-60. They have caught up with that flag catch, and so we'll have to see who can get up to 90 points first.
And it's lovely to see a team that is down a bit, still fighting for it, still looking.
Yeah. And we've got Hong Kong ball carrying. Once again, Mike Lee is keeper.
And you see an adaptation in the Austria defense. It's interesting. The beaters are way higher up.
Yes, they're playing much more aggressively, realizing that Hong Kong can shoot, and they're trying to prevent those shots before they actually happen.
Yeah, or the drives, so they can't get the speed. Interesting.
Yes. And it looks like it's been successful since they've made that adaptation. And now we've got Austria with dodgeball control and the quad ball. And the score is still, I believe, 40-60.
And now really looking for how are we going to fight this. We're going to napalm again.
Napalm and 88 on Hong Kong, doing a good job stopping them from being able to napalm.
Oh, great tackle by 7.
And I see a lot of hands up. 2 in one direction, 2 in the other, so there might be a couple calls on the play here.
Yeah, but it's also, I know that a lot of ARs are confused to point to which hoops they have to point to. You point to the hoops of the falling team.
Yes, I always remember you point to the naughty team and put your hand up like it's a brick wall. That once the quad ball cannot go in that direction.
That's also great. I'm just always feeling like, teacher, they did a bad thing.
Yeah, that is a little bit of that feeling sometimes, especially when you're not sure who to point towards.
I think it might be for Hong Kong. Oh, 2 fouls.
It is 2 fouls.
This I hate as a head ref, because then you have all the rules about turnovers, and then you first have to do the first fall and then the second fall.
Yes. Yes, so I believe it was a high net contact from Mikey number 11, and then not sure what the other call was.
Yellow
Looks like it
card,
was
illegal
for Austria
contact.
chaser.
Wrapping a player without a ball. Number 30, blue. Yellow card, illegal contact to the neck. Number 11, white.
So for 30 for Austria, it was wrapping a player without a ball. Not allowed.
Interesting. I was not paying enough attention to the players without balls to have seen that, so great job by the refs for noticing.
I think it was also very unclear at some point who had a ball, to be honest.
That's probably why. Why both the foul was committed and also why the refs were watching it, because it's hard to say sometimes. And so Austria does get the ball back where the foul occurred, so they're close to half. And they're playing it slow, trying to kill that penalty, which is interesting because for a while Hong Kong had no dodgeballs, and they still chose to play it slow, I guess.
You know, sometimes you just want to chill.
Yeah, and great pick by the Austria keeper. It was very successful. It's just number 7 on Hong Kong, just a great tackler too, so it didn't matter that their big player was gone. And shot was attempted but didn't quite go through, but once again, that speed made Hong Kong pick up that rebound. They just didn't have anyone to pass to.
Yeah, this number is 67, I believe.
Yes.
She's been fighting.
Yeah, she looks feisty even right now in the way that she's ready to tackle number 5 on Austria.
Ready to kill some Austrians.
Yeah. And both of the players who were carded are back in the game, so you might see a little bit less slowballing and more scoring attempts from both teams now.
Yeah, but also, like, the number 11, likely, he's back, and he's an amazing defensive player.
Yes.
Like, I'm not going to complain about his offense, but his defense is really, really where he shines.
That's true. He's scored quite a few of their goals and stopped quite a few of Austria's, so big, important player on this team right now. And we've got the Cosford carrying the ball up, passing to Mike as they get beat. Mike makes a reset, and maybe number 67.
That's an illegal reset. It was to no one.
It was. I was hoping 67 would be able to get there before, but.
But now also a double reset. A reset to no one. Yeah, no.
Yes.
Don't do that. Naughty, naughty.
Oh yes, I forgot. You cannot reset to anybody in this rulebook.
You can.
You cannot reset to nobody in this rulebook. Some of the rulebooks I've been playing in, you can, and I have played 4 rulebooks in the last 3 months, so things are going great in my head.
What?
I play US Quadball, Canadian Quadball, Western Championship Quadball, and IQA.
You North Americans are wild.
Yes, and Fraser drives and tries to score, doesn't quite make it, needs to either make a pass or get that hand through the hoop, but Austria's defense is just so strong. This might be a long game.
But also look at number 11 going for that ball.
I know, the tenacity, and Fraser able to pick it back up even after getting beat, getting back into the... Oh, and the hoop was dismounted.
I think that's a goal.
I believe it was, even though it's hard to say if it was going in, if you dislodge the hoop and you're not a keeper making a block, it does count as a goal.
Yes.
So goal was good. Another goal scored by Mike Lee.
Then I think it's one more.
Pardon?
Is it one more or 2 more hoops?
I believe it's 2 more goals. Yes, the score is 70-40 and the set score is 90. So Hong Kong only needs 20 to win, whereas Austria needs 50 to win.
But I have to say the game has slowed down a lot, and you can see it really is the fatigue setting in for the players.
Definitely the fatigue, but I would also argue that both teams have adapted their defense, adapted their offense, and it's making it a really close match because they're making the correct adaptations.
Yeah, I would still love to see a little bit of change in the Austria offense.
Yes, that's true. That pass to the spot right beside the hoops is not working, even though it's my favorite spot to cut. It doesn't always work because, especially with Mike Lee there, it just always seems like he's ready to stop that.
No, but also that the number 98 did this before as well. She's at the side of the hoop instead of the back of the front or the front of the hoop.
Yes, needs to be one step in either direction.
But the fact that they see it, it's there, the option, that's already great. Now it's just the adaptation to know this is how I score.
Yes, and I think that that's something that comes with a lot of experience as well, is just the knowing exactly how you're positioned next to that hoop, because just the littlest thing makes a difference.
The 98 has like a really fun name. 𝙊𝙊𝙉𝙊𝙉.
Oh, great name.
That's a great name.
And once again, Hong Kong making some great defensive stops.
Their physicality is really, their tackles are such clean, nice.
So much athleticism from a team with not a ton of size to them.
Call to your head ref ARs if there's a fall.
Looks like they're pointing in the direction where it wouldn't matter a ton, but it is definitely important.
If it's gonna get carded, it needs to be carded.
Yes.
But it's also what I love to see, that the other ARs spot it, and also...
Yeah, if all the ARs put their hands in there, it helps mirror the other ones and makes it more likely that HR notices them. And
but also me, that's the sign of a good AR, that you have the spatial awareness, because as a head ref, it's sometimes hard to see what's going on.
It definitely is, and no bias to the team refs, but I am dating the head ref, and I know that he's not always the most observant.
I feel like this has more to do with like your home life than necessarily your pitch life.
Nah, he's really great at watching that quad ball, watching the quaffle play out, but doesn't always notice the ARs.
And I guess also not the dishes. No.
No, not always.
Bad boy. You heard it here first, guys. Put it in the comments.
And I'm interested to see what this call on the play is. It looks like it will be going towards Austria.
I do say he is adapting very well to the European tradition of debate ball.
Oh yes, debate ball. That is something that we see in North America as well. Don't worry.
And you don't even... So apparently our head ref has asked for us to mute the mic when he debates, because he swears a lot.
That's so funny. I had no idea that we were muted when they're debating.
No, he's muted. He also has a mic.
Oh, I didn't know. That's fun that the HR has a mic. I enjoy that.
Is that not standard for live streams in North America?
In the US, yes. In Canada, we are often live streaming with a phone.
Contact behind.
Contact from behind. Another naughty boy.
General warning.
Another beater.
Both teams making ref calls will be carded from now on. And
Oh, bad warning to both teams. Not worth it. Not worth making those ref calls if you are not the ref.
If you're at your hoops, make sure you.
But it's so difficult if you are a ref.
I know, and I try to say things that are a little bit different, just to make sure that it's not exactly a ref call.
My luck is I play for a French-speaking team. You do it in French. It does not work with a French head ref.
Well, it doesn't work in Canada because bilingualism. And great goal once again by Mike Lee on Hong Kong.
But also just a great use of the space.
Yes. Great
Really?
cut into just the right spot. And we've got, once again, Austria keeper carrying up the ball. And they're really going to have to try to score and not let Hong Kong score at all, because Hong Kong is only one goal away from winning this game.
Great beater adaptation here from Austria.
Yeah.
But I do think that might be a bit of an illegal contact.
It looks like it might be based on when that timing of that whistle was blown.
I also am not sure if I agree.
I didn't see it well enough.
But I am known to be a lenient head ref for contact.
That's fair. I think that we're a little bit more strict about contact rules in Canada.
And that's a second yellow, so there's an ejection for number 33.
Oh yes, it's 2 yellows here. Where I play it is 3 yellows in a game before you get ejected.
the score is 84.
You guys need Jesus.
So here's what I think the correct rule is, which is neither of these rules. It's 2 contact-related yellows, because a jersey pull, I don't think that should get you ejected from a game.
I'm gonna admit to not always carding jersey pulls, unless it's very flagrant.
I've had my jersey ripped. I don't want that.
And that's the last goal.
But I think that goal might have been beat before. I'm seeing one of the ARs with a no goal. Oh, and I'm seeing the HR. So the game is not over, although both of Austria and Hong Kong have a hand on that quad ball, ready to try again.
Great view. A butt here.
It's true. We have to look at that quad ball right through the butt. Oh, and it looks like
You both get one hand on the ball.
Hong Kong.
They both heads touch the ball, so they can both put their hands on it, and that's a funny.
Thank you.
But also, there's a beater.
There's a beater, so
Off brim.
they're trying their best, but
I mean, I'm impressed that they're still going for it. I would just run back and be like, yeah, defense.
they're fast enough that they can run back and get back in on defense, and it doesn't even matter for them.
I feel old watching this. And I'm 26, so I'm not that old.
I think that some of these players are that age or older too, and they still are so fast.
It's insane. I need to go back to running more.
And so we've got Austria with the quad ball.
Looking for the option, and
if they may connected that pass, that could have been a goal.
I'm also not tall, so I feel that because that you're at the hoops, it's a great fault, and they pass over you.
I know. Typical, always passing over you.
Typical tall Europeans.
Yes. Oh, almost a goal by Hong Kong, but Austria is looking to make that fast break. Austria running up, And puts that ball through.
And again, that number 10.
But it does look like there's a card.
And
so
it's
we'll
for
have to find out
Austria.
if that negates the goal or not.
That's for the number 10.
It would be. If that goal is good, it will be 50 points for Austria, 80 points for Hong Kong. If this goal is called off, it will be 82-40.
Well, 𝙆𝙐𝘼𝘍𝑼𝑍, he's been really working for it. Really.
Yeah.
And that's a second ejection for Austria.
Yeah, the second ejection for Austria. They must play with slightly less strict rules on their contact than what we're seeing from these refs.
I think it's also your tire that it makes sense.
On whether, I guess, it was determined that they released it.
And we're going again, looking for that last hoop. Also, if you want, you can leave.
And beautiful goal by Hong Kong to finish off that game.
What a game.
And so I have to go and play and support, so I'm going to run, but it's been great, thank you.
Thank you for having you, and I hope to see you again this weekend, also on live stream.
Yes, I think I will. When I'm not reffing or playing, I'll come check in.
So, this was Austria versus Hong Kong. Next up,
I have another Canadian who wants to ref. I'll send them over. And by ref, I mean commentate. Yeah.
Le he preguntado yo, ¿cómo se llama el que ha dicho? No, ya lo llevo yo que estoy con los
Guys, careful!
No puedo más, no puedo más, no puedo más. Hey, let's go, team! Yeah.
on, you're live.
And welcome back after this intense game, Hong Kong versus Austria. Right now we have another banger for you. It's Basque Country against
Latin America.
Southern America, a mixed Latin America, sorry. A mixed team out of a lot of different regions. Mind you, not Brazil though, because Brazil is, if I'm informed correctly, also at this tournament. So we have a very murky team versus Basque Country. This is gonna be interesting. Also, notable, I think this is one of the few female headrefs for today reffing this game. So we're excited for this game. My name is Oscar, at my side is...
My name is Florian, or Flo, and I'm delighted that we are together for this game. For the visitors and the watchers, 𝙌𝙐𝘼𝙈 will be in green, while Latin America will wear a brilliant purple.
Yes. So what's interesting, the game before was Basque Country versus Poland. If I'm not misremembering, Basque won really tight.
Wire catch.
It was an intense game. They showed a lot of great plays. The game was all over the place. It was amazing. And I think
I saw a little bit of the Latin America game against Ireland, and they dominated Ireland. They exceeded in this chaser game, and we will see if they can keep up against a really well-oiled machine, because 𝙌𝙐𝘼𝘈 is more or less all over the 𝙁𝙊𝙉𝙂.
yes. We have a very nice weather here, so the wind is just right, the weather is perfect. There are no excuses for this game not to be amazing. Also, the teams are hyped. You can probably maybe see it right now for Basque. They are there. During the first game that we saw, it was the same all game long, and they were delivering. On the other side, we have really intense tactical talks
By Camilla.
It's also very interesting, a really interesting team combination, and we're excited. I think this game could be mainly decided in the beater game, because the chaser game could, I think you hear that.
The chaser game should be on par.
The chaser game, I estimate, should be on par. I think the beaters will be, that last edge they need to get ahead. They're getting ready for the starting lineups, and they are excited. What I know of both of these teams is they are really happy to be here and to have this tournament again, because the Nations Cup is an amazing tournament for development, and both these teams, I think, do not have the full 21 roster. No. So both these teams are rather developing, and they profit really a lot from these kinds of tournaments, especially on this great venue. It's the second Nations Cup. It's the third time, I think, here that the tournament is here, because the EQC was also 1 and 2, amazing venue. Also shout out to the organizers, it was nice. But for this game,
Also shout out for the live stream that we can provide again.
yes,
If you like what you see,
hit that
please
subscribe button, follow and like and whatever. So
Even if you don't like what you see, subscribe, then you can complain.
or comment. Also, that's how.
comments and complaints will be only taken if you're subscribed, we just heard. So please, if you're really angry, just give that hate like, do us a favor. But right now we need to get ready for this game. I think it will be a female contested quaffle player, if I'm not mistaken, for Basque. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, I see Anne already.
Yes, I'm expecting her to run for the quaffle. On the other side, we're not yet sure who will be running. But this should be also an intense game, because Basque Country, I saw before, they were really physical and they had a lot of nice technique. So most cards they got were from beaters, technicalities usually, but the chaser game was amazing. They started slow though.
If they trained under Miguel, number 13, I would watch him play. He's like he played for at least 10 years now.
Yes.
Started in Berlin, we're in Passau in Germany.
But he will not be starting.
He will not be starting now.
Okay, now we have 2 male chasers running. Keeper for Basque in green again.
It's
and in
Xabi.
purple,
Xabi Fernandez.
Xabi Fernandez, and in purple we have Latin America start.
I'm not sure about the
We're not
number.
quite sure. We don't see the number. Hard to tell.
9, isn't it?
But we're getting ready.
Number 9.
Is it number 9?
Yes.
Then it is 𝙆𝙊𝙉𝘼. I'm so sorry if I butchered the names. I'm telling you right now. I'm gonna give my best, but I stick to numbers because I think I will offend someone. My Spanish is not bueno.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, I just wanted to update you. So that's gonna be. Refs are ready. We also are ready for that starting lineup. A lot of experienced refs here. Brooms down. And there's the brooms up. Strong start for Latin America, trying to get past the keeper, but the keeper is there. There's no passing. No, there's one passing up to Bandung. He's going for the drive, passing Bandung. Not connecting. And Basque Country has the ball. Now finally in the hands of the keeper.
They tried the throw pass, but as they lost the bludger after brilliant tackle, they weren't able to connect.
We have the bludger control now in the hands of Basque. Ball moves far out to the left side. 41 looking for a passing option.
Latin America with the 𝙌𝙐𝘼𝘶𝘼𝘋 tactic. It's a hoop defense.
22 passing. And it's connecting. What an amazing play. That was nicely done by the keeper and chaser number 0.
That is 𝙆𝙐𝘼𝘶.
That is 10-0 for Basque Country after a very strong attack. They did not utilize the bludger control though. Quaffle now.
They didn't need to.
No. Quaffle now in the hands of Amiri.
If your position's so good, don't have to use the bludger control.
They're running into their passing options, looking for passing option, passing to the left side, going to number 15, connecting, going far behind the hoops, being attacked by 41. Passing, and through the hoops. What a nice goal from 𝙆𝙁𝘼𝘶. I hope I did not butcher this. Amazing.
But it's only going to happen because the missed beat by number 43.
Yes.
But if you can drive that good, you're able to score.
That was now the second goal we saw from mainly one person with a last pass. In this case, fake pass. Last second, really nicely done without the bludgers.
If you look to the right side right now, you have a throw with a beater. Number 16 and number 28.
22 passing, doing the same thing again.
But
number 99 this time gets the ball, and
this time they were prepared.
He is fast. They are fast, going for the keeper. Passing over, not connecting. 15 still with the ball, dodging a bludger, going for the hoop, and finally it's in.
You could have done that more easily.
𝙆𝙁𝘼𝘶 scoring now again. Number 99 and number 15 really showing off great teamwork. The pass over the hoops I think was kind of unnecessary, but it worked out in the end.
You could have done it a little bit better, but I like the gritty in the end from number 15. So they are here to celebrate.
Also, what I really appreciate is the two female chasers in the defense zone from Basque. In the Latin American defense tried really to stop them early on, but they just could not get their hands on 99. Hands in the quaffle, quaffle in the hands of keeper, being early attacked by 99, now shielded by 18.
Yes, it was 16, this was 𝙆𝙗𝘼𝘶 again.
Basque Country now trying to make it slow, utilizing their bludger control, splitting their beaters, trying to find an angle. They had one successful attack. It's now 10-20 for Basque to Latin America. And 16 trying to get their chance behind the hoops, being attacked, hard attack. 15 taking her down.
Shortly lifted, but it was no intent. No intention by them.
And now we have a stalled quaffle.
And Latin America got it.
Latin America got it. And now the bludger control also shifted. Quaffle in the hands of number 15.
You have to move hoop defense in order to score. So it was a good try, but the keeper were on par with it. And if you get a strong tackling keeper like number 15.
Attack, number 15, 17 trying to engage, but bludger control now in the hands of the Basque Country, trying to drive, finding passing option with number 15, 99 passing behind them, 15 looking for that angle, getting attacked by 41, being beat behind, pass behind the hoops and trying to go through, and now they score. That was number 9 if I'm not mistaken. Again,
number 9, yeah.
Chaser who got their hands on the quaffle when they ran for it. It's now 30-10, and as said, the beater game is shifting left and right, but bludger control mainly in the hands of Latin America.
What I really like is the call by the chaser from Latin America that she was trying to do a pick by you can saw it by her touching her hand, so she was ready. The chaser didn't need it, but it's good to see.
Another hoop defense. Don't miss with perfection. 3 bludgers on the ground, missing a beat. And now 22 trying to find their opening. Being attacked. Still hands on the coffee, passing back, and that
it's out of bounds. That could be a card by
potentially kicking
a ball out of bounds.
But it was a 15 defense. Please. Number 22 tried to find their engage, but there was just not enough space to go through. Now
it's a turnover.
To the end of 15, it was a turnover kicking off.
Yeah. That's a good call. That's a good call.
I wouldn't call that. He thought there is someone because there was a beater back there, I guess.
Yeah.
Now let's see if this is another fast break. Will this be the 4-10? It's a fast break. Chaser tries to attack it, but it's too slow.
It's
15.
Easy one. Easy one.
That was again 𝙃𝙀𝘼𝙈 with an amazing run. We are now 40.
Now he's subbing out for 𝙃𝙀𝘼𝙈.
Missed the number 1, 𝙃𝙀𝘼𝙈.
Mr. Novo, he's from Puerto Rico, and he is also a really good flag runner. I know him. He was at the semi-final at the World Cup last year, where he was the flag runner.
Dodging, and now high press from the Basque, from Latin America. Now being beat. 13, caught safe. Passing far behind hoops and not connecting. That is now the equivalent end of 64 Silvestre. She's trying to find her opening going, and she's been encouraged by number one. Number 1 now, her hands on the coffin, trying to find beat number 46. Saved number 1 from being beat, passing to 99, trying to get past number 13 and throwing it through the hoops.
That was really unlucky for 𝙃𝙀𝘼𝙈, because the beat would have been amazing, and as the chaser number 64 run into the way.
If it's intentional, it was a perfect save. If it's not pass to the hoops, intercepted. No danger there. We have now the hands in the hands of Zero, just going through, being beat, amazing beat.
And
number
28.
Number one, Quaffle in the hands of number 1 for Latin America, trying to find their opening, but there are just so many defenders.
Unfortunately, you cannot see it. On number 28.
99 going for the run. 99 being beat.
𝙃𝙀𝙼𝙈 with a beat behind the back into inner jump. That was perfectly skilled. I guess he was playing basketball in the former.
That was just a really stylish attack from Latin America, but in the end, the defense prevailed, and it's still 10-40. Four Basques for Latin America. 16 Basques now has their hands on the quaffle. We see no bludger control in the hands of.
Not sure if it's 10-50 already.
It might be 50. We're gonna check.
Pass 10-50. Yes.
10-50. Number 13 trying to find the opening, and there is a hoop defense, a strong hoop defense. No one is pushing them away. That's a bouncy pass, but not connecting.
Nice idea from Miguel.
They try to move the ball, I think, faster behind the hoops. 2 bludgers on the ground. Fast attack again, 99.
There's going to be a big tackle.
13.
No.
Now 41, again passing it and just going through. It looks so easy. That's the 6-10, 99.
I'm not sure if Miguel is getting a little bit older, but as I tried that to outrun him in the former life, I wasn't able to.
I'm going to be honest. You're just not quicker than Mr. number 99. Not Mr. Sorry. Than person number 99. They scored amazingly, I think 2 or 3 times already, and they had a lot of strong actions. Bludger control again in the hands of the Latin Americans, and number 17 is on fire. Number 1 Latin America now has their hands on the quaffle. Being beat again. And 13, Miguel with the hands on the quaffle, trying to find an opening, passing. Oh, that was
nice shot.
Being beat, although it's gonna get messier and messier. The offensive Basque look like they have no answer against this hoop defense. And they have strong players, fast players. Latin America showing a wide variety of skills here. What could they do? What could Basques do now?
In my opinion, they should use the chasers, the wing chasers, to push a hoop free, so that they cut in, push a hoop free, and then go for the score.
Number 1 going for it. Oh, nice pass handoff. And number 0 trying to go through, but being deflected.
Miguel is too experienced to fall for that.
Still, there could have been a takedown. They did not. But the hands of Latin American chaser number 10 are still
that's
there.
Camilla. Camilla, she's from Argentina. They are from Argentina.
But they are looking for a passing option, finding him in the under one, but this intercepted still. Now, number one again, the hands are not there. They're trying to find their opening. There is no opening. Pass behind the hoops. And they just put it through. A protected hoop.
There is an opening if you create one.
Gomez Torres.
What I want to say about Camilla. Camilla worked at the ambassador in Japan for 4 years now, and is now traveling all across Europe. And I had the pleasure to play with her 2 times now at Vienna and in Krakow, and they are an amazing person and also a really experienced football player.
Let's see if number 41 can find the opening they're looking for. Number 1, Basque trying to get that 𝙆𝙆𝙉𝙀 out of that being beat. Now there's an opening. And they attack.
13. And deflected.
Was it deflected? Was it through? No one knows. 41 has the hands on the quaffle. They are
a little bit unlucky that there was no signal from the referees, immediate signal.
Yes. Number 1 keeper trying to see a new attack pattern here. No, swapping out. 0 has the hands on the quaffle.
New in game number 57, I guess we didn't see the player so far.
Rodriguez. No, they have the chance to make a first impression right now, and so far they're just pulling the game.
There is a troll. There's a dangerous troll. Number 41. Number 41.
Fast handoff. 0 just pushing through.
Look at him.
57. Sorry. 57.
Pass to number 10 incoming.
Faking the run. Passing far behind the hoops. Connecting. Not connecting to the goal. That was a nice attack. That could have been a dangerous kick, but it was okay. Again, another throw, and number 13 from Basque has their hands on the quaffle. You can see how they are thinking of cracking this really strong defense. So far they had no answers. They need to push someone away.
Or like create the pass, as they did in the first attack of the game, behind the hoops and connect with this pass. But as Latin American players are really tall, it's hard to get a pass right behind the hoops, but isn't intercepted.
Also, the 𝙆𝙆𝙉𝙀 control is dominated by Latin America. Now, 3 bludgers on the ground. 3 bludgers on the ground.
Now no bludger situation. Number 13, use it and score. That's finally a score for 𝙆𝙆𝙉𝙀 again.
That's now 20-60 if I'm not mistaken. And we saw 2 very fast goals early on, but since then this was the first goal for Basque, and they created a lot of chaos. Triple bludger, and now they have bludger control. Let's see if this time they can.
That was perfect execution. You get bludger control, you get a goal.
That's just how you want it. What else can you ask for?
As a coach, I would have been delighted.
But now let's see what they can do. Number 99 passing off to 57, pulling the game far out right. Beaters faking it and trying to create an opening, but this is
gonna go for the bludger control. They're gonna go for the bludger control.
Bludger control in the hands of Basque.
But it was close.
Still there. Number 99 pushing through, passing, deflecting. No goal.
Pochito with
and here is the fast break. Here's the fast break. This is the chance they waited for. This is the chance. Miguel, number 13, trying, handing it off to number 42, and it's not connecting, but this is the fast break. This is now number 99 against the beater. Number 99 throwing and missing by a hair, being beat.
But good dodge, good try again. It was the only last resort, that shot. Unlucky that it rolled out.
Instead of a fast break for the Basques, it got to a fast break for Latin America, but both sides stopped the fast break really late, let's put it that way. But as said, the beaters are the dominating force right now.
Better late than never, I always say.
Yes, you can see both teams have chasers of a high quality, trying to find the passings, and they usually connect, but eventually the last ick just is not there. You can see now number 1 Basque being attacked, but being safe, now being beat. Now, number 17
but
is
they
down.
got
pass behind the hoops. 41 faking it and deflected.
And Latin America also got the bludger control.
Number 99
getting
the quaffle, and now number 41 being screwed. Beaters doing their job. But there is no fast break option this time. That's a nice ball holding technique. That's the cheek holding technique from beater number 1 in Basque.
Jorge Exposito, and I've never saw it like that.
I mean, you gotta have cheeks to hold that. But
Yeah,
we did not
so-
see it on
so-
live stream. We assume, but you can.
So
picture
I'm out of it. Maybe we could tell Anjit about it.
with this trousers, it definitely is an option for him. Now let's see what Latin America can do. Pass behind the hoops, connecting but barely. Being beat, number 9, fumbling and throwing the ball back. That was.
It was unnecessary.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't change anything, but you can see they want to score. You can see they are eager to get this, edge over, because right now it's still 60-20, if I'm not mistaken. But that's still, but 2 more goals for Basques, and they.
As 𝙆𝙬𝘼𝘍𝘼 did stop the attacks of Latin America in the last few minutes, so the score is still approximately close.
Number 9.
Oh.
That was and fair play 41, immediately handing over. Number 1 being beat by Basque. There is now a fast break option, and that fast break option will be taken. 57. We ask what he can do. We ask what he did so far, but so far
Run
he
into
got
Miguel.
into the defense, but he handed the ball off. It's still hot. Number 9 trying to score. Number 9 still there.
Good
Ooh,
defense.
it was a
good
nice drive.
defense
Number
by
99.
Miguel.
Number 99 going in.
And
He
he's again.
deflected. Oh my God. Number 13 now going for the semi-fast break. That was amazing. 57 went
Miguel
into it.
Vasquez. Yeah, you see his experience.
Yes. But
First doesn't go for the takedown in front of the hoops, and then intercept the long shot.
Chaser being attacked in their keeper zone. High
And-
pass.
Yeah, that's
There's confusion on the pitch.
no. That it looked very clean to me. He gone for the ball, stripped the ball out.
Yeah.
If you sleep in front of your own keeper zone, you will get tackled.
This is not the place to sleep. This game is just too intense, and we can see how the chasers are attacking.
So now it's
non-stop.
20-70.
Pass behind the hoops, connecting. Basque trying to find it and being immediately tackled. Nice timing, but there is a mayhem going on. Number 66 of Latin America.
Again a fast break
everything.
option.
But now we see the fast break option. Number 17 beater, Latin America, trying to beat the last beater of the Basque, but the keeper prevented that. Amazing. There's just so many things going on
A
at the same
keeper
time.
as a meat shield.
You gotta use that sometimes.
Yeah.
57, let's see what he can do. He had a strong attack before that was unlucky that it didn't go in.
A throw in? No throw
Nice
in.
fake, never jump. Now we see that score. Finally, after so many great attempts, this was the one he waited for.
We were looking for what he can do.
Now we saw it. We saw it a few times, but now he got the goal as well. I think it was he. Yes.
Michael Rodriguez, after that, subbing out. And the score right now is 90-20 for Latin America.
Again, control once again in the hands of
And number 9 loses.
Zero dodging the beat, but still losing the Quaffle. Now keeper being beat. Quaffle in the hands of number 9. Going past the first keeper. Number 9 against number 9, but
Easy score.
number 9, 𝙆𝙆𝙉𝙁. I hope I didn't butcher that too hard.
𝙆𝙆𝙉𝙁, on the other hand, should have turned around when running back to the hoops, so she can see what happens behind her.
So the Latin American team telling their number 8 they need to move the brooms back because there was already a brooms down. Ref didn't even call it yet, but that's sportsmanship right there.
It should be now 100-20 for Latin America.
Also, what's really interesting, I think, is very few cards so far.
Yes,
No, not at all.
I think none.
The only thing that was like on the edge was the kicking out of bounds of the Quaffle, but we were agreed that this was no card. Right now,
So-
it's a timeout from 𝙆𝙬𝘼𝘍𝑼.
What can the Basques do? What can they do against this strong defense? Because the attacks, sometimes they deflect it, sometimes they don't, but after all, they just never score.
First of all, they need to have the bludger control. They aren't able to score without it because the keeper is doing a great job pushing out the attacking chasers, and if they can dig themselves in Latin America into their own hoops with the beaters, they won't have 𝙆𝙆𝘼𝘍𝑼 won't have a chance to score. So first of all, they need to have the control, and then they need to use it. Like I said before, shove from the side, play a pass behind hoops, and move the ball. If you're always attacking from the front, a hoop defense will stay there and say, yeah, come on.
I think also one of the things that we need to have a focus for is right now the game is high scoring, but it's mainly through fast breaks. It's mainly through punishing the mistakes they are doing in the offense. And I think if Basque Country can get just a bit of a higher chance to not get fast broken, they will get back, because the chaser game is oftentimes on par there. We can see the fast breaks. Yes, Latin America is really fast, but we also saw a lot of great actions behind the hoops from the Basque Country. Yep. So it does not, the score does not reflect how hard it is for them to score for Latin America, because they just have to fast break.
As you saw before, like the last 5 minutes, if �ှ𝙬𝘼𝙈 managed to get a defense ready, Latin America has a really, really hard time to score.
Thank you.
Yes, we saw it. I mean, they still have the potential to drive through because they have these very fast drivers. But with `𝙁𝙰𝘼𝙒 there, it's way harder. With the 𝙁𝙰𝙒 there, the drivers usually get beat before. We saw it a lot of time. We saw a lot of clutch defenses from Basque. The question will be, can they find this answer? Also, they're being attacked very early on. Yeah, Basque Country rarely can step out of their keeper zone without being attacked by a chaser.
Right now, they have the chance.
Now we see
Miguel, number 13, with the quaffle through the middle.
But again, 𝙁𝙰𝘼𝙒 control in the hands of Latin America.
And 𝙊𝙒, number 22, right in front of him.
Ooh, no 𝙁𝙰𝘼𝑒.
Nice,
and here
nice
is number 9,
dodge.
passing behind the hoops. Being beat. And here we have again another fast break option. Beaters of Latin America beating everything left and right. Here they go.
That's a nice steal.
And that's intercept and fast
break. And now
break.
there is no beater.
Oh,
now there is a no beater chance.
Second
time from behind.
But that's still a contact. So now the score is 30-120, if I'm not mistaken, which is nice.
Now 30-100, I guess.
100, sorry.
30-100, yeah.
But
so it's 7 goals down.
Keeper Latin America was very lucky that there was.
Oh, great catch! Oh!
You did not see that possibly, but number 22 of Basque Country regained 𝙁𝙰𝘼𝙒 control solely, and this time Basque Country has the 𝙁𝙰𝘼𝑒 control. They are playing a different style now, it seems. Amazing game from both these teams. It's 30 or 40 to 100. We ask our
30
nice
to 100 should be the score.
18 minutes.
18 minutes already.
We see the drive attempt and the fake beat. And here you can see.
And now there is a
41.
no 𝙁𝙰𝘼𝑒 situation on the other side. 41. But they don't use it.
41 Basque Country passing, being attacked immediately. Sidestepping. And sidestepping again. Passing.
And
being beat. Oh,
no!
Not being beat. Number 9 is. It's amazing. Number 9 looking for passing options, being attacked. And number 0 has the ball. Ooh, nice tackle.
Nice fake, but you don't fall for the same trick for a third time. I guess there is an injury by number 9. That's 𝙁𝙰𝘼𝙒.
So what I think is really interesting right now, you saw in the defense how the beaters just with their presence stopped these drives just by faking and faking. The drivers had to have an eye on them, which allowed the chasers to go way closer into contact. We have an injury sub, I think.
Yeah. Number 9 is replaced by number 16. That's 𝙁𝙰𝘼𝘼 for �ှ𝙬𝘼𝘼.
That was a nice drive. Also, the beaters from the Basques now kind of woke up.
The last fake was the one too much. If I guess it was number 0 would have taken the pass to Miguel, who was free at this time, that it would have been a goal.
Just pushing a bit more, using your hand, pushing away, and then trying to score would also be an option.
Yeah.
But it's really hard. We are chilling here and seeing how you could have
in the
done.
shade or in the sun,
Yes.
depending on who you want to ask.
But
the seekers are already ready.
𝙁𝙰𝘼𝑒 control again with the Basques. No fast break for Latin America. So far, they had a hard time scoring with these kinds of offenses. But let's see what number 15 can do, being beat immediately. Ball out of the bounds. And this is what we got. But 𝙁𝙰𝘼𝑒 control is again with Latin America.
Oh, nice play by number 22 from Latin America.
41 Basque, now getting close to the hoops, passing to 13, finding a passing option, looking for another pass. And we saw a lot of quick goals from number 13. He has the eye for it. He has the experience. Moving the ball now, waiting.
It's like a quarterback in football.
Yes, and you can see him telling the
tracking
people where
the people.
Immediately trying to make this punishing.
Oh, good
and
pass. Now they have them in movement.
It's still there. They're still hot. Number 1. Oh, the beater now being down. 𝙁𝙰𝘼𝘼𝘼 being on the ground. But this is a fail pass. And number 41 going down now. Oh, Chaser should have gone for the tackle. Just go in, take him down. No. Too inexperienced. Number 16, too inexperienced. But again, pressured by the beater, passing behind the hoops. And now being beat.
And the Seekers
Zero being beat. Passing over the hoops.
Seekers released. Let's see.
And now passing through. And this time it was a goal. But the Seekers are fighting.
Number 87 by Latin America is a high-flying Seeker. High-flying Seeker style.
Let's see what is done. That's also
grabbing a
that could be a card very early. Oh, that's a charge. That's a yellow. Oh, lucky. That would have been a charge in my eyes. Quaffle now on the ground. Beaters taking everyone out, being 15, being immediately beat. And number 16 going for a Quaffle, passing further back. 13 finally has
Seeker in the keeper zone of Latin America.
Oh! The slipping pull from the Seeker. The slipping pull. He dove. Well, he slid. Let's put it that way, and immediately grabbed.
𝙊𝙑𝘼𝙏 with the catch.
Could be the final nail in the coffin.
I'm not sure. If he slipped and pinched the foot of the flag runner, it would have been no good because then it would have been impeding. But if they say there was no impediment, then it's a good catch, and we should have done a final score from 140
is the gender rule? Is the gender rule okay?
I think yes.
We have 17. They might be. Well, we need to check, because if the gender rule is not okay, this could be a really, really bad sign. Because this should not happen at this. Oh yeah, now the red ref is checking, I think, the genders of the players. This might be.
We have to say, 𝙊𝙑𝘼𝙏 is lucky that number 22, the number 22, Aitor didn't get a card for
after the timeout.
No, before for rushing into
the charging.
For the charging.
That should have been a card.
Yes,
straight out there. Maybe it was incidental. Thing is, I think that should be in the Basques tried after the break, and they really stepped up.
Yep.
But it was 60 goals too late.
Yeah, Latin America was ahead. They got the fast breaks,
but you can see how taxing it is. You could see how slow they got after a while.
Catch is good!
Catch is good. And with this, we are done for this game. Congratulations, Latin America. It was a nice game. No hard fouls, I think. No serious injuries.
They're gonna surprise more teams in the upcoming games. Really, really good team effort from Latin America, and well-deserved win.
Yes. Hopefully you will stick to this channel. Don't go anywhere. The next game is gonna be a banger as well. You had a